Okay, topic of the video is shoot for the radar, corner for range, and a third thing that I picked up while watching the video, which is the third reason to slide, and that is to search. If you don't know where someone is before you are going to slide, which you should, then there's another reason that you could slide, and that is to search. But understand when you've made that decision, because if you're sliding to search, you're not sliding to shoot. So you want to move across the lane as fast as possible. You are sliding to search. Make a conscious decision to do that. Move across the lane. Once you know where they are, then you can re-enter the lane with intent. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the footage. I have recorded a live feed during all of these clips. I'm trying to prep for a Twitch stream. So keep that in mind. I have the actual in-the-moment audio. It's not great audio right now because I don't have a boom yet. So I apologize for that. I'm going to stop each clip as I go and sort of discuss key points. We're sniping, by the way. I'm not warmed up on snipers, so there were some rough matches. We're trying to corner for range and use snipers. So bear that in mind. Here we go. All right, let's start off with this first thing here. It's related to searching. I see him on the radar there, obviously. I don't know where he is. He's light blue. He's right there in front of me. I can't see him. So well done on the suit. But that's fine. I shouldn't have been sending out the open if I didn't know where he was, and that's the point. Know when you don't know. Be aware of the fact that you don't know. I don't know where he is. I'm saying that in the video. I don't know where he is. That's fine. Just don't stand out in the open if you don't know where he is, right? That's the idea. Look, once I get an eye on him, then I can try and shoot him. The issue I had there, obviously, is that I stood out in the open until I found him. And by then, he had long since found me. All right, big focus here is looking at radar. When you're being pushed by a shotgunner or someone aggressively, they're trying to corner for range, keep that range around that corner, or as they come around the corner. But I'm pre-aiming. I'm trying to put that red bloop in the middle of my screen before I even look down and ADS. That's my goal. That's what I mean when I say aim at radar. I'm trying to put the radar in the center of my screen, then look at my screen, then ADS, then shoot. And it can get you out of some tight pinches like this. Also, quick note, that air dive is nice for just getting some extra motion, right, into your movement. That makes sense, right? Motion into your movement. Same idea here. So if you look at the radar, I'm centering him on my screen and I'm getting ready to aim before he emerges. So I can snap that quick shot and take him out. Okay, let's do that. Let's start over. Can we start over? Yeah, let's do it like that. Critical point I want to make here is I don't think I could have reacted that fast if I hadn't been watching the radar. That's what I was talking about. Shoot at radar. Corner for range. This is really about shoot at radar. I believe I had already begun in my mind to attempt to ADS before I even saw him as a result of the radar. That's how this was supposed to be played, all right? It's been a long match already, guys. Oh, fine. I hate AFK people. I never know whether I should kill them or not. You know what I mean? Another example right there. I was looking early exactly where I expected him to be because of the radar. ADS all ready to go. Still hitting body shots though. And that's the thing is what I really want to practice, what I'm trying to practice with this, is getting so... Yeah, still needed to... All right, my biggest issue here coming up. I'm not actually sure how to solve this one. I look right here. Right here, I can see him on the radar. I gauge his distance. He's at a good sniping range. I'm going to push. I'm going to be aggressive. I can see him around there to the right. I'm going to come and slide in and surprise him. However, I've committed to making this decision, and by the time right here that I realize that he's too close, it's too late for me to back out. So at the time that I made the decision, it was a good decision. The problem is that by the time I was halfway into my slide, he had already been pushing forward at the same time, so it was no longer a good decision for me to engage at that range with the sniper rifle. Part of that, I think, is just his speed. He's obviously moving very quickly. So it just makes it very difficult. It was a good decision when I started to move. It wasn't a good decision by the time I was halfway through my slide. I honestly don't know what to do there. I think I made the right call based off of the distance. And I think that ultimately it was no longer the right call by the time I was halfway through my slide. There's no way I'm going to win when he's got a shotgun and I've got an ADS in at that close distance. It's very unlikely for me to win. So it went from a clear win to a probably not a good idea in quick, like a lower amount of time than I had to react. I think sometimes that's just going to happen. I don't know. I feel like there's maybe a way I could have handled that better. I don't know what it is. One thing I will say though is it looks like a bit of a lag spike here, because as I'm moving over to get reticle on target, he suddenly drops faster than he had been dropping before, which resulted in my reticle being a little high. I think I still would have missed that shot. It would have been a lot closer though. Gotta deal with this guy first. I see you. I see all of you. Hi. That was lucky, by the way. Where are we at? Oh, now you're not AFK? Alright, broken record here, but obviously I'm aiming at the radar before I even can see him on the screen, right? And that's what allows me to get that quick shot off. Where are you? Alright, quick point I want to make here is that if I don't know where he is, if I'm trying to find him, I should stay behind cover until I find him. So the problem is I broke cover to search for him. I couldn't see him. I knew he was on the radar somewhere. So I'm just kind of walking out trying to find him. So then obviously by the time I find him, I'm already getting shot at and I've lost. So I think the biggest thing I need to do here is not breach cover until I do know where he is. If I'm going to look for him, then I need to quickly slide across the lane and look for him. And that is a separate action. I need to not be trying to shoot, right? So I'm not trying to shoot him. I'm trying to search and understand that. So I'm going to move quickly across, knowing full well that if I wanted to shoot, I couldn't. I would lose that engagement. All right, here's another example again. I don't know exactly which way is coming, left or right, but I'm standing out in the middle of the open waiting to figure it out. Don't do that. Please stand behind cover until I know where he is. Then I can slide out, take Peeker's advantage, and do some damage. This map is terrible for snipers, you know? It just... I don't know. No one knows what happened there. The nice thing about it is that there's not a lot of like discrepancy in terms of where to aim. Ah. Yeah. Oh man, if I could have got the follow-up, it would have been so beautiful. Okay. Right here, I just want to make a note that I need to be more aggressive. So I'm being super timid. There's a lot of radar going on. Not quite sure what to do. I can slide across lanes. I just need to remember that. Like, you don't have to commit to going into a lane. You can slide across lanes and search. You can slide to search when you don't know where to go or where people are exactly. Slide to search. Find out instead of just dancing around in the back of the map here, waiting for them to pick when to engage you, right? Oh, I forgot. I don't have that gun anymore. All right, I'm gonna come up here again. I'm looking at radar. I'm trying to center him in the radar first, then look at the screen, then ADS, right? Are you all using Sweet Business? Is everybody using Sweet Business? Where's the radar? Ooh. Ah, you behind me? You over here. All right, another note here. Are you behind me? No, you're over here. Let me place him where I want him to be. Right? Take control, right? Move forward and put him where I want him to be instead of just backing up, trying to figure out where he is. Slide to search, and then once I see him, slide back again and engage him, right? Put him where I want him to be. All right, biggest thing I'm griping about right now, the audio is a little bit low, but is just the ability of snipers to sort of push and multi-kill, right? And that's one of the issues that I'm not sure how to work out. You know, it's how to chain kills. So with the grenade launcher, I can step in and I can chain kills. I can be like, bam, bam, bam. With a sniper, I can get some of these aggressive kills. It's hard for me to repeat it, though. It's hard for me to go to, like, aggressive kill, aggressive kill. I think I've got a clip in here where I do a decent job of that once. It can be done, I think, but it's difficult.
All right, I need this. That's the problem, man. It's just like, you get to the point where it's like, which one do I commit to?
All right, right here. He steps out instead of sliding. Difficult to deal with this as a sniper, but what I'm learning here is that that's not the problem. The problem that I'm having is that he entered, not me, right? We talked about peeker's advantage. Take control of who's entering, and then you don't have to worry about whether he's sliding or crouching. Once he's in the lane, then you peek and you take him out, right?
And so the fact that they're overpowered, it's like I don't want to use a glaive. Oh my god, did he?
All right, this is another obvious example. I've ADS'd in, but he jumped. You know, it's just like, it's like a lotto. You know, are you going to slide, jump, or run? I've got a 30% chance to ADS at the right level, which just makes snipers so hard to be consistent. Now, maybe I could have read that radar and realized he was up high. It's hard enough to focus on that radar as it is, but being able to read like the gradient on it to try and tell the height, and plus he could, you know, you have to be looking at the instant that he jumped to understand that. It's just so difficult.
Okay. Where's he at? What are you doing? What are you doing? You going this way? Going this way over here?
Same idea here. I even said out loud, where is he at? Broken record, right? If I don't know where he is, I need to be not standing right here like this. It's not where I want to be. I want to be sliding across until I know where he is. I don't want to be out in the open until I know where he is. I can peek, I can slide, I can do a lot of things, but don't just, this is a note to self. Don't just stand out there and don't do this. I don't know exactly where he's at. Why am I in the middle of the open? Why? You know? All right, that's some pretty good aggressive snipes here. Watching the radar, aiming at radar, and I'm cornering for range. Shots don't appear to be registering on this one. A little bit odd, but we made it work. Looking at radar, cornering for range, right? Aiming for radar, cornering for range. That's my goal, and I feel like in this match and a couple of these corners, it's executed well, right? Aiming at radar. All right, one of the things that I'm not doing as well on other maps, I actually did it okay on this map, is taking control of the map. Being aggressive with the sniper, pushing the lanes. And it just comes down to being a little bit afraid that I'm going to be able to get that shot off. But if I can be more aggressive, take map control, if I'm pushing forward, then what naturally happens is I'm engaging you where I want to be, because I'm engaging you in the path that I chose. If I'm being more timid and holding back of the map, then you're coming to me when you're ready in the position that you want to be in, and I'm waiting for you. Now, maybe I'm waiting for you in a position that I want to be in, but I don't have a lot of control of when you're going to come, right? Whereas if I'm driving, then I'm in control. All right, same note here. I'm looking at radar. I'm aiming for the radar even before I can see him, and then I can make an adjustment. Now, he's jumped, which I've complained about, but at this range, it's not a problem. Now, let's talk about sniping being great on some maps and not so great on others. You know, when you're this far out, it's easy. They have to move much, much faster in order to actually make their way out of your field of view, right? Whereas at close range, it's very easy for them to move out of your field of view. So at that range, a jump isn't that big of a deal. Just something to keep in mind, right? I don't really know what the answer is, but if you're up close and you jump, I'm not going to hit you.
See, like, get reticle on target before I pull the trigger. You know what I mean? It's just, I get so panicky, you know? Really? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Okay, same note here, obviously. I don't know where he is. I don't know when he's going to peek. I mean, I know he's roughly in front of me, but I'm waiting for him. This goes against the video that I made like 2 videos ago. Like, see them first, right? Wait until I know that he's stepped out, then slide out and take him out. And that may mean that I do a search slide. So I'm going to slide out a little bit more and just keep sliding forward and try and find him. But until I find him, don't stand out in the open and wait for him to peek on me. You want to see the other player first. That was one of my biggest learnings, still is, see the other player first.
I'm going to stand here. I'm not going to stand here. I'm going to push you. I'm glad I did. Glad I did.
Okay, not what I meant, and I shouldn't have been glad that I did that. I mean, I got lucky. What I meant is I should be sliding to another point of cover and looking for him en route. And once I know that he's out, then I'll engage. But this is important. I'm not going to engage him in that first slide where I see him, because he peeked me. So once I see him, great, continue to cover. Now he's out in the open. Now I slide out and engage. I don't slide and search and engage. I'm either slide and searching or I'm sliding and engaging, and it's a commitment. If I slide to search, I don't care if I see him, because I was not sliding to shoot. I didn't necessarily know where I was going to be looking. So my reticle's probably not on target, and importantly, if I've seen him during my slide, there's a chance that I didn't see him initially, that he has entered the lane as I slid. I need to make sure that he's already in the lane, and then I'm going to slide into it, right? That's how you see him first. So just because I slid out and then he entered as I was sliding out, great, okay, now he's in the lane, I can potentially engage after first going to cover, then come out and engage, right? Okay, just wanted to make a quick note. This next match was really bad. Like, for the record books, one of my worst. Super painful. I think I was a little tired, a little tilted. Just got real sloppy and was not having a good time. I kept it in because I felt like I should, so just bear with me on this one.
Shoot at radar. Corner for range. I'm cornering for range. I'm shooting at radar. I'm watching radar. The problem is you have to, like, it's this balance between, like, when do I ADS, right? Ah! I have a... Ah, man. Okay, come on. Did he jump? Yeah, he jumped.
All right, I don't know that I have the answer to that, except for, once again, I was standing in the middle of that lane waiting for him to come out. So I would say, if I'm playing for Peeker's advantage, which I should be, then it may not actually matter because I'm always entering the lane. You're not. So I don't care how you enter the lane, because I'm not going to actually fight you when you enter the lane. I'm going to fight you when I do. So if I'd actually been behind cover, slid out, and if I've slid out and didn't see you, I can probably turn around, do a 180 and slide back, or I can slide across. I would say you're usually better off sliding all the way across, turning around, so you're then fully behind cover, and then sliding back, keeping an eye out for grenades. If you do that, then it doesn't matter, because at some point, what I'm hoping to do is slide out and catch you out in the lane. So, okay, I've slid out, you're out in the lane, but I'm not then stopping to shoot you, unless you were already in the lane when I slid out and I happen to be looking the right way. But my intent with that slide is a searching slide. So my intent is to get all the way back to cover, but know where you are and know that you've come out. So then I can turn around and re-enter again, knowing exactly where I'm going to look and shoot. right? You don't know which way I'm going to come out. I know where you are because you're already out. And if you've pushed into the lane toward me with a shotgun or something, well, I mean, if I've seen you, at that point, I probably need to know that if I'm going to slide back out, I need to slide back out and create some distance as I slide back out so that I can win that engagement. If I slide back out and you're no longer visible, then the dance starts over again, right? That's the idea. And maybe that goes on forever, and maybe you need a better solution to solve it when it does. But for the most part, I think if you can play that dance, you'll be top 1%, and then you can worry about what to do when that dance never ends. I don't know. I haven't had to have that problem yet, right? Eventually, someone makes a mistake, and you want them to make the mistake and be stuck in the lane. I think that solves the problem.
What am I hitting you with? All right. Come on. I just keep saying I glimpse people right as in.
So I'm like, that one's annoying because I saw him 3 times and just enough to not shoot him. And that's kind of my point. This guy ducked around a lot. He made a lot of slides that were too fast for him to have been making that slide with the intent to shoot. They were fast, very fast across lanes. And if you think about it, he was doing that either to navigate or to search. So he was intentionally sliding from cover to cover, knowing full well that if he slides just directly from cover to cover, I'm not going to be able to get a shot off. So it was annoying. I kept seeing him, and then I'm dead, right? And he's just sliding across, trying to line up an opportunity to shoot at me where I'm in the lane already, and he's entering it, right? And it's insanely difficult to deal with if you're not playing that way on the other side, which typically I play more aggressively with a different weapon. I'm going to be sliding to shoot and then sliding to shoot. With this sniper, the issue I've been having is I've been playing so timid that I haven't been sliding as much. And what I've also let go of or gotten into a bad habit of is entering the lane. Being the one to enter the lane, whether I'm sliding or not, even if I'm going to peek it, that's fine. But enter the lane. Don't be standing there waiting for them to enter, which is what I was doing with this individual, and he won pretty much every engagement as a result.
Yeah. So the idea is that I'm going to look at radar. It's hard when you're trying to like push aggressively though. I'm trying to look at radar. See?
All right, here again. I slid out. I didn't know where to look. I needed to not stay in the lane. Now, I got lucky because they're shooting each other and not me, but I would have been dead in any other circumstance. You know what I mean? I slid out. That's fine. I needed to do a search and continue. Now, in that particular area where I'm sliding into a corner, I probably would have been better off with a quick peek than a slide, right? The point is that I'm going to peek first, go back to cover, and once I know where they are, then I'm going to slide out and shoot. All right, same thing here. He jumps. If he hadn't jumped, I'd have been right on his head. I think he knows he's got a sniper. Now I survived because I'm playing cover, but I couldn't take him out. And I'm not sure if there's much I can do there to counter that. If they jump, it's really hard to adapt.
I shouldn't have pushed that. Obviously I had a shotgun. But corner for range. Corner for, even with a submachine gun, corner for range, right? I wasn't even looking at the range or the radar. You have 3 hours to line up a shot and you can't put it on the head.
All right, I think I'm a little tired here, but there's no intent with this maneuver. I don't know what I'm doing. I see him on radar, maybe I'm watching radar, but the point is that I need to either slide to search or slide to kill, not stroll out to do whatever I want to do. That's what I did.
I wasn't looking at radar, I was looking at the map. Shoot at radar. Alright, that felt good. It was 100% lucky though. I actually closed. If you look at the screen, I literally closed my eyes when I took that shot.
Okay, issue here is obviously that I wasn't pre-aimed far enough away from the wall.
Radar, 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 radar. It wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, maybe, but I should have been behind cover until I knew where he was. That's the issue I have there.
Radar and cover. That's the other part, right? It's like I need to choose when I'm exposing myself from cover. But the thing is, I'm trying to W key warrior a little bit more here, right? Because, oh gosh. I don't know where to look when I come out of the slide. You know what I mean?
All right, that's about it for the play session. I think the answer to that question is sort of addressed at this point in the video, which is that I need to make a better use of slide searches. I think the guy that was at the top of the matches that I was struggling with toward the end here, I think that's what he was doing. You know, one thing I noticed is, you know, he would slide across. If I was in the middle of the lane, he'd shoot me. And if he couldn't see me yet, he would take cover. When I moved out, then he'd slide out and shoot. It's a dance that I've done a video on. It's a dance that I understand. But one aspect of the dance that I don't think that I really understood well enough, especially from the perspective of a sniper, is the importance of slide searching. If I don't know where to look when I slide, that's okay. I can still slide, but slide to cover, or peek briefly. When you're not actually peeking to shoot, you can actually peek very fast. You can even bait out snipes that way. If you're peeking so fast that you're just trying to get a glimpse of what's out there and then come back, it's fast enough that you can bait out really aggressive snipers and burn their sniper shots, right? So you can do that. You can, if you're sliding and you're not actually intending to shoot, you can slide and move to cover again so fast that you can't be stopped. Especially, he had some interesting movement tech. I thought he was actually blinking, but when I rewatched the video, he was just using a sword. So using that to dash around the map from cover to cover and get a peek of where people are. And he would bounce sometimes between 2 or 3 pieces of cover before he'd choose to engage. And, you know, at that point, I'm so, like, flustered just trying to, like, get my reticle on his, on him, you know, that when he comes out that third time, it's game over. It just picks you apart mentally, emotionally, right? And I'm not sure that's necessarily what he's trying to do. It has that effect. I think what he's trying to do is just line up the best shot for him at the best range where he's peaking. So search sliding, I think, is the biggest takeaway I have for this video. Slide to search, you know? That's it. It's been a long video. I don't even know. I'm probably going to cut this down a little bit. I need to put some footage, hopefully, over this last takeaway moments, takeaway thoughts portion of the video. But yeah, I think this pretty much dials in the topics pretty well. I think we covered it. Shoot at radar. You're so much faster if you do that. Corner for your range. And if you don't know where to look, slide to search. Once you're in cover and you know where they are, then you can proceed to slide to kill, right? That's the idea. I think if I can do those things, I'll be able to play with a sniper effectively. Because I mean, oh, okay. Sorry. Make a joke. I want to do it again. Things I don't know if I can actually do it again. It was like, where is he? Someone got him, right? We got him. Yeah, I will take it. Those 140s, man. They can actually do some work if you... What did... There you are. I found you. I found you. Okay. So we're sliding to peek, we're sliding to search, right? We're trying not to stay out in the open too long. That's the goal here. So I don't see anybody. Yeah. I didn't see anybody, so I kept moving. That's what that slide to search is. I could see that they were popping up on radar, but I didn't know exactly where they... were, right? We are trying to snipe, though. Where? I don't know what's going on. I see radar, but I don't see where. So we're sliding to search, right? That's not a slide to search. That's a slide out. All right. I think we've searched the area, so we're going to go search another area, right? That's the idea. Like that. We search another area. All right, so we're going to come out here just for a second to grab that. We don't want to be where we are right now. Whoa, where was he? Yeah, I shouldn't have stayed there. I should have kept moving. That and everyone's got supers and mine didn't really pop off and I missed a couple snipes. Yeah. Don't stand out in the open and like scroll around looking for people. That's what I'm talking about. Slide to search, slide to search. Just keep moving, keep moving. If you don't see him, you'll see him eventually. That's the idea, right? That's what I'm trying to learn here is slide to search. See, I don't know exactly where he is. I know he's over there. I see him, but don't let him get the upper hand on me. Hi. Did we win? Did we win that? I think we won that, right? Because he was hard chasing me, right? I get some points for distraction. Where are you? Don't stand in the open, though. Go to cover. Don't do whatever I just did. If I'm saying where's he at, I need to be moving, right? That's the idea. If I'm saying where's he at, be moving while you figure that out. Cool. Yes. Oh, that one felt good because he was iced. Or I was iced. Someone was iced. There was ice. All right, not bad, not too bad. You know, we did okay. We did okay, guys. We did okay. We kind of spanked them. It's just that we lost a teammate, made it hard to hold the points, you know? But, yeah, we kind of put them down a little bit, you know? I feel good about it. It feels good. It feels good. Oh. Sliding, keep moving. Slide to search, guys. Slide to search, slide to search. Wanted to. I should be sliding. Be sliding, please. If I don't know where they are, I'm like, where they are? Let me just stand in the open. What? I feel like I landed that one. I'm not sure what I'm shooting at. don't know where I'm going, so we're gonna keep sliding. Ah, hold on. I want this. I want it. Aw, I threw it at a dead guy. What? What? Don't jump backwards like that. It's a bad habit that I have. Let me just back up by jumping high into the air. High up into the air. Wait, can I run up this? No. Again, if I don't know where they are, slide until I do. That's the idea. Is I'm going to stop. I didn't see him first, so we're going to come over here. Where's he? Yep. We mercied him. I'm going to die over here all alone. They're pissed off right now. Oh, please tell me I got that. Anyway. I will, Shax. I'll bring them right on over. Just make them guardians, alright? Just make them into guardians.